Oh my gosh, I literally do not know where to start with these. Some of them are borderline offensive.
So high knees powering through. We have got
this. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? I hope you're really good. Thank you for joining me for yet another daily video. My YouTube channel is relatively new. I've kind of like dabbed in and out. Oh, I meant to do that. And I'm mainly known, I guess, for my workout videos. But right now I'm in a pretty weird place because I sustained a pretty bad knee injury skiing back in January. So I now have props for all of my videos and I'm not able to do as many of the workout videos that I would like to. 2 weeks ago now, I decided to take on a challenge for myself and for you guys, which was to start daily vlogging, basically showing my journey towards recovery and hopefully inspiring some of you guys along the way. And the response so far has been amazing. I am so thankful to all of you guys for supporting my channel so much. So today's video I am pretty nervous, excited about, and that is because it is the assumptions video. The basic principle of the video is you guys write in an assumption about me and I have to answer whether it's true or false. And some of them are out there, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna answer them all, even though some of them will be through like gritted teeth. I basically screenshotted from my Instagram stories, and there are a lot, by the way, assumptions that you guys sent in to me. First up, and very relevant for Valentine's Day, maybe you do more things to make your boyfriend happy and it may not be equally reciprocated. I wish Alex was here. Disagree. I'd absolutely love to know like the thought process behind that, because obviously I'm totally aware that you guys see like a tiny part of my life, and even though I try to share everything with you and be totally open and honest, you're only seeing, I guess, a small amount of what happens on a day-to-day basis. And even though I do show Alex on my vlogs, on my Instagram, you don't see him all the time, and I guess you don't see everything that he does for me, which is like so much. So all I can say is I disagree. We are incredibly happy. We're in an amazing relationship, and even though he's not here with me right now during the injury, that is because he's working in Dubai. And I know people always say that, you know, someone wears the trousers in a relationship. I honestly, hands held high, would like to say that we are equal. We're literally a team, and I hate to like go into being all soppy and all of that, because there's certain things that you want to like keep to yourself and off of social media, but he is an amazing human, and I've actually never had any male figure in my life who cares about me as much as he does. So yeah, disagree. Next up, one word: spoilt. I literally cannot believe someone has written that in. No, disagree. I am so far from spoilt, guys, and there are a lot of other assumptions in here that are kind of like linked to that, and I'll answer it in a lot more detail as they come up. Funny you should say that. My mum and I were on the phone this morning and I was having a little cry because I've just been having a bad day and I feel emotional. I'm just at the moment actually feeling incredibly lonely, and I don't know if you guys have ever had it where you have people around you but you still feel lonely. That's kind of how I feel at the moment. I feel like I've kind of like lost my purpose a little bit. I feel like I've been stripped of all of my independence, but basically my mum just said to me, you've been so strong this whole time and you are incredibly resilient. You are just like your mother. So I'm resilient, apparently. You don't eat chocolate or sweets. False. Very, very, very false. Just ask Alex. To be honest, I don't eat much chocolate, but I do love sweets. Like, the obsession is real, but I try and decrease the amount of sweets I have and replace that sugar with natural sugars instead, which I can do a whole nother vlog about how to like fight cravings, etc, etc. Let me know if that's something you would like. You show a tough exterior but also vulnerability, which is okay. You don't have to always put on a brave face. Okay, gonna get emotional again, so we'll just move on. You live in false, but I am staying in North London at the moment at my sister's. You don't really drink alcohol. True. There have been times in my life when I've drunk more alcohol, but for the last few years, I just haven't really enjoyed drinking alcohol. I don't like the way it makes me feel. Effectively, it is you putting toxins into your body, and I personally don't like that feeling of being out of control of my body. For me, it's just not worth it. But at the same time, if you guys want to drink alcohol, drink alcohol. It's just a personal choice. You are a warrior, a fighter that's not going to stop and who never gives up. True. Okay, so this one, this is the one that gets me. You have money from a trust fund, or your family or your boyfriend pays for a lot of your living expenses. Dot, I think. Oh my gosh. Let's just set the record straight. If there was a trust fund or some type of money that I've been given by my family, I can hands held high, plain blank, tell you right now that there wouldn't be very much of it. Absolutely everything in my life that I have right now, I have earned. I have worked, excuse the swear word, hard, and I haven't had any silver spoons in my mouth throughout my whole life. Me, my brother and my sister are all incredibly hardworking. We were given a lot of love from our parents and a lot of guidance and all the things that parents should give you, but we certainly weren't handed any trust funds or sent to any special schools. We literally grafted from scratch. So I graduated now 9 years ago from university. I was a bit of a geek, and I'm not scared of saying that. I worked really hard at school. I went to normal state schools from being a toddler all the way up to age 16. Massive shout out to Woodhouse College. I honestly, hands held high, can say it's one of the best sixth form colleges in the country. And I managed to get the grades for GCSE to get into that college. Now the journey every single day to get to Woodhouse College at age 16 on public transport took me 2 hours in each direction. And for me, there was no question about it. I was traveling. I was going on those 2 trains, those 2 buses every single day to get to college, to work my ass off, to get to where I am now. So I hope that answers that question. I have not been handed anything on a plate. I have earned everything I've got. One question for you.
Okay.
Do you fund my lifestyle?
I help bribe it. I mean, I give you loads of snacks, but that's about it.
So was that a no?
No, I don't fund your lifestyle. Why are you asking me this? Is this the assumptions thing?
Yep. Happy Valentine's, love you.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day, bye.
So Alex is actually 5 years younger than me, and he calls me his sugar mama. When we met, he was still studying at university in London, so I think that kind of answers that one for you guys. I guess one thing that would maybe be quite useful for you guys is to see how I make a living. I don't know if that's something maybe you would like me to talk about a little bit more, about my journey from graduating to physiotherapist in the NHS, then sport and the private sector, to now, which I guess is social media influencer and businesswoman. I would be more than happy to do a vlog on that for you guys. But yeah, let's just set the record straight. I have not been handed anything. Next up, personal, but you've had a boob job. Oh yeah. False. But I'm kind of flattered that you think I have, because there were times when I was really low in self-confidence and I was actually considering it. So the fact you think I have, fabulous. I hope there's gonna be a nice one in here somewhere. I just think you're really beautiful, that's all. Hope your knee gets better. Thank you, Paula. I needed that. Or is it Paul? Oh, I think it's Paul, not Paula. I don't know. You are positive on and off screen, a genuine character. True, I would say that one's true. I am known by a lot of my friends and my family to be an incredibly positive, optimistic person, to the point where I often say to some of my close friends, I know I'm being like annoyingly positive. A lot of my friends, when I first went into the online side of things, used to say to me, you need to crack the American market because you're so perfect for it. You're always smiling, you're always bubbly. And I want to tell you guys, that is the truth. I generally love life. I am a very happy person most of the time, and you know what, I am not sorry for that. I love the fact that I'm positive, and I love trying to spread that positivity to you guys. But also when I'm having a little bit of a dip, I also share that as well, because I think it's really important to be totally open, totally authentic, and show real life struggles. And for me at the moment, I am going through a pretty shit time, and I am on an emotional roller coaster of a journey, and I want to be honest with you guys about that, because hopefully you can relate that to something that you're maybe going through in your life and you can draw strength from it. I do, however, want to say that hasn't always been the case with me. Around 3 years ago now, I had what I called my mid-20s crisis, and I was in a very bad place at that time, to a point where I actually booked a one-way ticket to Bali and Australia and stayed there for a period of time totally on my own to, this is so cringe, find myself. but I feel like that's a whole nother vlog. We'll move on to that another time. Okay, next up. You have always been fit and healthy since a teen. True and false, because I've been fit and healthy probably since a toddler, actually a baby. I feel like I came out of my mum's womb and I was like already running. I am like a frustratingly active person. I have like this crazy amount of energy in my body that I need to be like moving all the time and doing something, and that is why I'm so incredibly frustrated at the moment with this injury. I've got severe cabin fever. I feel like the potential of me getting anxiety and depression is super high, and I'm doing everything in my power at the moment, but the bottom line is I need to allow my body to heal, and I'm not very good at accepting it when I'm not able to move. Being totally honest, it's absolutely killing me being housebound and not being able to walk. So basically, my brother is 7 years older than me, my sister is 8 years older, and when my parents told my brother and sister that they were having another baby, my sister was there like hoping that I would be a girl, and my brother was there hoping that I would be a boy, and obviously I came out a girl. I had my sister on one side like putting makeup on me, doing all girly things, and then my brother forcing me to play football with him, which actually I really enjoyed. All the way throughout my toddler years, my childhood, I was doing a lot of sport with my brother. As I got a bit older, my main sport was swimming. I actually got to national level. I was a little bit of a fish. I was a pretty good swimmer. On top of that, I was also playing tennis, doing athletics, a little bit of netball, although I'm not a massive team sport person, which doesn't say a huge amount about my personality. So yeah, I was super sporty throughout my teenage years. That took me all the way through to university, and then it all went downhill. So university, I guess, was when my priorities changed. I wasn't doing anywhere near as much sport. I was drinking alcohol. I was going out, as in out quite a lot. At this point, and for a few years prior to that, I was also modeling, and at times I've been told that I had too much of a athletic shape, and then other times I was told that I was too skinny, and I was just in kind of a really confused place at that time, because I was also trying to get a pretty difficult degree, and I guess fitness and health were quite low on my priority list. My legs and thighs had got pretty big, and I had a bit more weight on my stomach. I definitely didn't have a six-pack, and I wasn't toned. But I was far from fat at the same time. I just didn't look overly healthy. University was like my rocky period in terms of health, lifestyle, self-confidence was low. Yeah, it was just a little bit of a tough time, but I can safely say the last 2 to 3 years of my life are the happiest and healthiest I have ever been, but it took a while to get there. But that does bring me on to this one. 2 words: good genes. I guess the answer to this question is, what is deemed good genes? I myself was bullied for a period of time because I'm pretty tall. I'm 5'11". I had pretty strong muscular legs when I was younger because I was doing a lot of sport, and I went through a huge period of my life absolutely hating my body. In fact, hating the way I looked. And I think a lot of that comes down to the media. At that time when I was at school, it was all about being super skinny and not necessarily athletic. The rise of popularity with an athletic frame has only really taken place over the last couple of years, and I am so thankful for it. But at the same time, I think trends will continue to change year to year. At one point it was massive boobs and a skinny body. Now it's more of a curvaceous hourglass shape with a big bum. I think this comes down to way more than what we deem good genes, and embracing the fact that we all have different genes and all of us are so beautiful in our own way. Okay, next up, you count calories / macros. This is a very easy one to answer. False, never have, and likely never will. I don't like to say never too many times, but yeah, never counted calories or macros in my life. I'm a strong believer in listening to your body. Our bodies deserve way more credit than they are given. They literally tell you what you need on a daily basis. It's just up to our minds whether we listen to it or not. So I think that calorie counting, macro counting has a place for so many people, particularly if you have a really specific goal in mind and you know that you have to, for example, be in calorie deficit to achieve that goal. But for me right now, where I'm at, I don't want any restrictions in my life. I just want to live a healthy, active and happy lifestyle, which I guess is what I've managed to achieve, particularly over the last 3 years, to a point where I'm now happy and I don't have to to calorie count or anything like that. Okay, I think you like to sing and you're a strong person and your emotions are all real and a humble human. What a lovely message. Yes, I do love to sing actually. I have from childhood. I've always been pretty theatrical, just ask my mum, and she used to like come into my room and just find me singing with a hairbrush. You never have a generic cheat meal, pizza, etc. False, false, false. There's one thing you guys need to know about me. It is that I love food, and that is like in general. I have never in my life restricted what I eat, and that includes carbs. If you were to probably ask my sister what my favorite food group is out of all of the food groups that come on a plate, she would say carbs. I love carbs. Pizza is actually one of my favorite things to eat. I would say I probably have it once a fortnight, maybe once a week. It depends if I'm with Alex or not, because he loves pizza. Okay, next up, that you have days that you're not feeling so positive about your injury, but you don't share them on Instagram. For me, it's super important that I'm real with you guys, but at the same time, over the last couple of months, there has been occasions where it's just been bad news after bad news, and as positive a person as I am, I just need a little bit of time to kind of talk through things with Alex, with my family, to work out where my emotions are at, and then come back and share with you guys. So I would say I share most of my emotions with you guys in relation to the injury. Sometimes it's just kind of 24 hours later, 48 hours later, once I've absorbed basically more bad news. But I actually haven't had bad news for over a week now, so things seem to be on their way up. You always look so confident. In what circumstances are you not so confident? So here's something you might not know about me. I've done a lot of the like personality trait tests because I'm a bit of a confusing one. On the exterior, I am really extroverted, but on a more kind of personal level, I'm really, really introverted. So for example, weddings. I really do not like weddings. I don't like being in large groups where I don't know a lot of those people and I'm having to like make conversation, and I find it all just really overwhelming. I'm much better in small groups. But on the flip reverse of that, when it comes to me working in large events or teaching mass scale classes, like I've presented to 5,000 people and I'm so confident. So it's the weirdest thing. Like my mum often says there's like showbiz Lily. My mum's really old school, by the way. And then there's like personal Lily. So confident when I'm in show Lily and I'm talking about things that I'm really passionate about, or teaching things that I know I'm super qualified in and I've got a lot of experience. But when it comes to like social occasions, when there's a lot of people and there's a lot going on, I don't enjoy it, which is polar opposite to Alex. He like loves any like big social get up. So yeah, we're a bit different from that point of view. Oh, you and Alex have been together for years. A year and a half. So technically false. I would like to add, it feels like I've been with him for about 10 years. And the other day sent me a direct message saying, you just seem like you have it all worked out. What don't you have worked out? And actually there is a lot. At the moment I'm going through a pretty tough transitional time with this injury, and every single day I still wake up in the morning thinking I'm going to be able to walk, and then reality hits in and I'm like, oh, another day of recovery. And I don't want to be the person who moans and who's upset all the time, so I'm trying to spin this into a positive. But I do want you guys to know that all of us have struggles and we all go through things on a daily basis that are sent to challenge us and make us stronger in the long run, and I strongly believe that. So that is me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, because I'm uploading new videos every single day. And drop a comment down below to let me know what you thought of this. I really hope you enjoyed it. I shall see you guys tomorrow for yet another daily vlog. Mwah. Bye.